Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole and welcome to my channel. I'm a recovering poly addict. I've been sober for 3.5 years. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015 and I'm a recovering poly addict. And you're probably asking yourself, poly addict, what is that? Well, a poly addict is someone who is addicted to multiple substances. And I was addicted to multiple substances at the same time and in different parts of my life. But the thing I want to talk to you guys about today is my addiction to benzodiazepines, specifically XANAX or alprazolam. I was extremely addicted to XANAX for about 10.5 years of my life. It all started out when I got my own prescription for XANAX. I think I was about 20, and I went to the doctor. I had been struggling with panic attacks and just an overall very bad anxiety around driving, specifically on the interstate. And I went to my doctor, my family doctor, who has known me since I was born, and he wrote me a prescription for 0.5 milligrams of XANAX, just the smallest little pink XANAXes that you can get. And I was taking them, and I remember the first time I started taking XANAX, I knew that I was going to have problems. And I had already started to abuse other drugs and alcohol addictively, so adding XANAX on top of it was not a good idea. So I quickly moved up milligrams to football size, which is not 0.5 but 0.25, because 4 footballs equals 1 bar. So I was taking a bar a day, prescribed 2 footballs a day. And I quickly gained a tolerance and began abusing them and taking more and more to feel the effects that I liked to feel from them. The doctor could have prescribed me anything and I was going to become addicted to it, because I was already in my active addiction and I was looking to change the way I felt, and I was looking for something that got me high. And when I took XANAX, it made everything go away. It made me feel like my problems were no longer there. It made me feel like $1,000,000. It made me feel confident. It made me feel like I could go out and do things that I normally couldn't do. It gave me this courage. It was like courage in a pill. It gave me this courage that I didn't have just being myself. So I was prescribed XANAX legally for about 5 years, and then my doctor realized that I was abusing it and tapered me off of them. And I never really tapered off because I continued to buy them off the streets. And it got really bad. That's my little boy. He's the reason why I'm sober today. It got really bad when I started buying them off the streets, because I was spending... okay, baby. They were $5 a bar, and I was spending probably $100 on them, you know, a week or every 2 weeks. It was bad. But I had to have them every day, because when I didn't have them, I felt horrible. When I didn't have XANAX, the panic attacks that I would have were 20 times stronger than they had ever been. And it seemed to me that when I got off XANAX, my panic disorder got even worse. It was almost like it intensified. But I would take XANAX morning, noon, and night to give me that courage that I normally didn't have. And then I started really getting some negative side effects from it, because it also kind of triggered this part in my brain where I would go into stores and it would make me, I would see something and I would take it. I would go into Walmart, I would see a pair of shoes that I liked, and I would put them on and then walk out. And I don't know, a lot of other people that I've talked to about XANAX have the same experience that I do. It made them like want to take things. And I know that sounds crazy, you guys, but it was like, it would give me this sense of like not being able to be touched. It was like I was invisible. XANAX was like like I said, courage, and it made me invisible. It made me superhuman. It made, like, I felt like I was the only person that was even, like, nobody could see me. I was in my own little world, my own little barred out world. And whew, I had gotten in so much trouble over XANAX, driving on them and backing my car up into things, or driving on them and falling asleep, or driving on them and running my car into a brick wall with my fiance in the passenger seat while we were trying to get to the emergency room because he was having a seizure. It was just absolutely insane. But coming off of XANAX for the last time I came off XANAX 3.5 years ago, I feel like the withdrawal from XANAX was forever. I feel like the physical part where I felt like ill, like not well, it passed. It took about 2 weeks for me to even get to where I didn't feel dizzy when I stood up. I didn't see like this movement like that. I could not sleep for a month. I would feel like my hands were shaking. It was very difficult. And then the post-acute withdrawal, like the brain fog and these like zaps that I would experience, like almost like brain zaps. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like I was getting electrocuted in my brain. It was out of control. But I have managed to abstain and not take any kind of benzodiazepine in 3.5 years. And for me, that is a miracle, because I literally took those things every single day in copious amounts, 6 at a time, 7 at a time, because that XANAX, like I said, it gave me courage. It made me feel invisible. And when I was in my active addiction, that was how I wanted to feel. But today, now that I'm sober and living my life in recovery, I don't want to be invisible anymore. I don't want to take things, and I don't want to hurt or harm anyone. So I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about my experience with XANAX, because I don't think I've really went into detail with y'all about it, how I got started on it. But it all started with a legitimate prescription. And it grew into something so much bigger than that. But if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to come over and subscribe. I talk about recovery. I talk about addiction. We talk about life, and it's a good place. I do live streams once every day, and it's just a good support system if you're early in recovery and need support, or if you're in recovery, or if you're in active addiction and you're trying to learn more about the disease of addiction and need some support. Come on over and hang out with us. I would love to have you. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.